All right, so today I want to talk about some of my more longer term plans for Bitcoin, or some of the longer term trades I'm looking to take. And I also want to talk about this long trade I took right down here. I guess I'll talk about the long trade first. The only trade I've been in for the past few days was this short that I talked about from up here, the one that I kept compounding on the way down. But I figured if we're gonna continue trading inside this range, might as well look for some areas to long, potentially back up to the top of the range. And yesterday, when I was doing my TA, I had this level marked out, or this zone, I should say, in mind. I was looking at this zone between the untapped 4-hour, the NDPOC, and that golden pocket. There we go, from that wick down there up to the top. And so this morning when I got up for New York Open and I saw that we were getting a move down towards there, I was interested in looking for a long. And if you pull up market Cipher, you can see that we were forming some divergences. We had 24-minute divergences forming there. As we got that lower low, we had some pretty clear 12-minute divergences. Money flow wasn't looking super convincing, but we ended up getting a pretty volatile pump up from there pretty quickly. We got some volatility on New York Open today. All right, so we got a 0.7% move to the upside very quickly, and I actually fumbled around here a little bit. I kind of FOMO'd into a long, like right around here when I saw those divergences happening. But then I ended up closing it out as we were approaching my entry because I didn't want to take a loss on it. So that was a break even basically. But I pulled a fib like I always do, and saw that we were getting a move down towards the golden pocket. Actually, if I come over to Femex, the golden pocket was better. So that's what I was looking at there. And I basically entered on that golden pocket retest. And reason being, if you go to Coinalyze, that is that golden pocket retest right there. You can see we had some slight absorption. Wasn't super confident, so I ended up taking, a little scalp trade there. Wasn't going to take a lot of risk with this, but we did have some slightly bullish divergence there. Price making a higher low, CVD making a lower low, and the open interest increasing slightly, even though it was kind of, going all over the place there. That's why I was a little less confident in that absorption, but, still decided to take a little scalp there. And, it ended up working out. I got this trade locked in now. We've now gotten a 1% or so move to the upside, which is cool. I wanted to see if I could get some sort of long position, because right now my idea is that I'm kind of now targeting the highs of this range. You can see we also have that parallel channel there, which we actually just rejected off the center point of, which, shows that this channel is being respected. But the reason I have this up is because I have noticed some interesting confluence with this channel. If we end up seeing a move to the top of this channel, we also could CDW these highs over here, get a CDW from the top of the range, also reject off of the top of this channel here, and that could potentially make for a nice short trade, maybe targeting the low of the channel or potentially lower, because if we go to the higher time frames like the 4-hour, if we see a move like that, if we get a CDW of those highs, we could end up forming some very nasty bear divs. We already have bear divs on a lot of these time frames with momentum and money flow. If we see continued bear divs and a CDW of these highs, I may be expecting a bit lower. We may finally get that retracement, but there are still some things that are making me hesitant of that idea, like the 12-hour money flow. It's actually making higher highs again. Let's check out the 8-hour. We got potential to print another green dot on this 8-hour if we start getting another push to the upside. Money flow is still very thick, So, it's still a bit iffy. The high time frames are still looking kind of bullish, but I could, definitely see a scenario where if we see something like this with those bear divs, we actually do end up getting a sharp retracement and maybe just end up making a higher low somewhere. Maybe those, higher time frames like the 12-hour end up continuing upwards, and we just get a little kind of midterm retracement there. If I go to my Bybit chart, I do have some interesting levels of support, like this golden pocket with these previous highs. I think that would be a nice spot for a higher low. We could also just find support around these lows. We also got a lot of significant price action over here around this area. So, these areas, either this the top of this little range or the bottom of that little range, is kind of looking juicy for a potential higher low. But if we just dump through that, I would really be watching this zone right here in between the point of control, value area low, and the golden pocket, along with all of this significant support resistance we got going on here. If we really do see a significant retracement here, this is the main area I'd be watching, because that's just the most important support and resistance. So yeah, in a perfect world, I would love a CDW of these highs to potentially get a very juicy short trade here. Maybe all the way back down to the value area low. That'd probably be best case scenario, but we could also look for a higher low somewhere, like I said. And if we keep on making higher highs, if we don't CDW the highs there, and we just keep pumping up, since I'd be watching is pretty much these highs over here. We do have a untapped weekly somewhere around here. I don't feel like going in my object tree because that's a headache on my phone, but we got an untapped weekly. I talked about that in my last video, I think. And if we keep going above there, it's probably 30K around this zone, this little area of consolidation plus these previous lows. So anyways, I think that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in my next one. Peace.